this segment, we'll be giving you the step-by-step instructions on how to change your headlight, signal light, tail lights on your vehicles. We will tell you what size replacement bulbs are needed and what tools are required for this application. The most important part of any service or work you do to your vehicle is to use the proper tools and work easily and not force anything. Watch the video carefully and follow the step-by-step instructions. Review the video as many times as you need to be sure and confident in your ability. With that, let's get started with today's application. From us here at Auto Body Tips, thank you and enjoy the video.
The tools today will be an 8mm socket on a 1/4-inch drive socket with an extension and a trim popping tool. First thing we need to do is remove the 3 8mm screws from the top of the right-hand headlamp. One. Two. And 3. Now with our 3 8mm screws removed, we can gently remove the headlight. Grab the top and bottom and slowly pull out. Let's go ahead and disconnect our wiring for the signal light and for the headlamp. On the signal light, we first have to release the locking clip. This is done by pressing down. Once the locking clip is down, push in on the tab and pull the connection off. For the headlight, first of all we have to loosen the retaining collar that holds the headlamp in. This is just turn counterclockwise. And then with our trim tool, we'll gently pry on the back. This will remove the whole headlight, and then it's a matter of prying off the connecting wires. With the headlight disconnected, we must remove the rest of the wiring from the headlamp assembly with our trim tool. Gently pry on the clip and release. Okay, now that our headlight's on, let's go ahead and take a look at the bulbs. First we'll look at our signal light bulb by turning counterclockwise and removing it. This bulb is a 3157A amber. You just gently pull it out. And the same when you're installing, you click back in. When you hear the click, you know it's secure. Take a second to wipe the bulb off to get all the greases off your fingers off. This will help increase the life of the bulb. Let's reinstall that. Now for the headlight, we'll loosen the retaining collar again like we did when we removed it, turning counterclockwise and gently wiggling the bulb out. This headlamp bulb is a 9007 HV5. Before we reinstall the headlamp bulb, we should wipe off our greases. If you don't do this and you're handling a light bulb, over time the greases from your finger will shorten the life of the bulb. So it's always a good idea to wipe it off first. Let's go ahead and put that back in. They really can only go in one way, so just take your time and go gentle. Put the retaining collar back in, turn right, and you're done. Now that we've looked at our lights and examined them and reinstalled them, let's reinstall the headlamp assembly. First need to reconnect our electrical wiring. Let's start with our signal light. Gently squeeze in, and you hear the click, you know it's on. Pushing in the tab that locks it in. Next is our headlamp. With our locking collar already placed on our bulb, it's just a matter of taking the connection and pushing in. And the last part is to reinstall the holder for the wiring, which is also just pushed in. Go gentle with the headlight to reinstall. Take your time. Now that you're in place, let's reinstall those 3 8mm screws. Just loosely start with your fingers, just to hold it into place. And snug them up with your ratchet. Now that we have our headlight reinstalled on our 03 Dodge Caravan, let's go ahead and take a look at the taillights. Now we'll remove the taillight on this 03 Dodge Caravan. First we have to lift the lift gate. To remove this taillight, we first have to use our trim popping tool to remove the 2 push clips. Gently wiggle your trim tool underneath the clip and pull it out. This removes easily. And again for the bottom one. Set them aside. With our 2 retaining clips out, we can now remove our tail light. Support the tail light and slowly pull out. There's a sliding tab on the backside that easily comes out of the rubber. And then we can turn it around to remove our wiring. The electrical connector on the back of this one is held in by a retainer locking clip, the red clip here. We first have to get to the backside of the clip and gently push on it with our trim tool so it rises up. Once it's risen up, we can depress the tab on the back electrical connector and wiggle it off. Let's take a look at our tail lights. The tail lights in the 03 Dodge Caravan are all 3 the same type. For the reverse, the signal, and the brake. They are the 3057 connect bulbs. We'll take a look at one by depressing the 2 tabs on the back side of the holder and gently pulling back. This exposes our bulb and allows us to change it. The 3057 bulb is easily removed by gently pulling on it and taking it out of its holder. This bulb is good, so we'll put it back in. When you hear the click, you know it's secure. Take a quick second to wipe off the oils off the bulb for a long-lasting bulb. And return it into the harness. With our bulbs inspected, let's go ahead and reconnect and reinstall our tail light. Grab the connector, secure it on the back, and remember to push in the retainer locking clip. Once in place, we can go ahead and install. Gently slide into the rubber at the back. The tail light support, let's reinstall our 2 clips. First the lower and the upper.